Yo, how we doing? Happy Wednesday. We're back in a game. So today we're going to talk about understanding the bigger picture on a journey. And I think this is like, I want to take some of the experiences from the weekend, kind of share them with you, so that you can learn in your own journey, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pass on a bit of wisdom, a bit of thought-provoking stories in terms of how we can build ourselves up and how we can understand ourselves so much better. So that's what I want to get into today, understanding that bigger picture. So let's go. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Bourman. And if you are coming through, then please do let me know by either hitting the love heart button, okay, just to let me know that you've watched, or commenting below what the best part of your week is so far. What's the best part of your week been? Like, what's been the highlight? So what's made you laugh? What's made you feel good? What's been a win? What's that one thing that you can look at and go, yep, and share it with everyone else, if you dare. And then, if you think anyone can benefit from this, share this post for me, if you don't mind. Or tag someone in it that might get some benefit from it. All right, we're in. The sun's just coming up over here. The water's pretty still and calm. I think I'm going to be in there in about an hour, just soaking up that morning sea swim. Pup's here just chilling, and we're going to get into giving you a bit of a chat now that I think everyone's hopefully got in. That's going to be in. Cool. So first of all, like at the weekend, we attempted the 100 miler. I'm still licking my wound slightly. Doing everything that's physically possible not to re-sign up and go again. That's just who I am. But look, in September last year, I was a little bit lost for goals. I was a little bit lost, so I hadn't fully immersed myself back into jiu-jitsu at the time. I wasn't fully in the gym. I was doing bits and pieces. There was nothing really that was exciting me. I didn't really know what to do personally, and I knew that I was going to be on a big journey professionally, right? So professionally, I knew that it was going to be a big 6 months. These big 7 months as we started a rebrand, okay? Started to build up a new concept and a new way of doing things. We were going to lose the 5-day challenge, which now we only do once a year. And then we were going to introduce the new Elite 7, new name, etc. So I knew that there was going to be a lot going on. So whenever that happens, when I know that I'm going to be quite busy behind the scenes at work, what I need is something to help me elevate as a high performer, right? So if I want to be a high performer, if you want to be a high performer, we've got to have the mindset, right, of how we do anything is how we do everything, okay? So I needed to bring up my personal life in terms of discipline, in terms of character, in terms of direction, work ethic, etc. So I know that when I train for 100, the process elevates that level of high performance, if that makes sense. Okay. So when I signed up for the 100, it wasn't necessarily, and this is where I've been doing my reflection, it wasn't necessarily to achieve the 100-mile races. It wasn't to get the medal. It wasn't to say that I run 100 miles. It was to take me on a process of growth over 9 months. And that's exactly what it did. You know, it got me out when it was cold and it was wet. I remember doing my 2 marathons in 1 week, building up that character. There were other things, running all over Europe. It was brilliant. It was such a great experience, you know. And then we come to race day. We've been training all the way through winter in cool conditions, and then it's like, I think it was like 32, 33 in the car when I come off course. And that obviously caused me to be sick. That obviously caused me to lose a lot of energy, not be able to retain or keep any food in my system, to be able to build any energy, to the point where my legs just didn't work. And when I look at that small period of 9 hours versus 9 months, it's important for me and you to understand this as well, that just only doing 9 hours rather than the probably 26 that I was aiming to do the 100 miles in isn't a failure, but more of a learning journey. Okay, and this is where the bigger picture comes in. The last 9 months, I've had focus, I've had direction, I've had hunger, I've woken up. When I've put my trainers on, I knew exactly what I was going to do. Okay, and it's really, really important to understand that actually, when we go through when we're trying to achieve something, or we're trying to achieve a goal or something like that, the most powerful part of achieving a goal is not the goal itself, but the process that takes you towards that goal. And it's a bit cliche, and I'm sure everyone's heard it before, right? But what you learn through the journey, what you learn in terms of yourself, your character, what you're going through, how you improve yourself, how you push yourself, whether you really want it, whether you're committed, whether you've got consistency, whether you've got clarity, all these things you learn in the process bubble. Does that make sense to everyone? The outcome or the race day, it doesn't matter. But what people tend to do is beat themselves up about, oh, I didn't go fast enough, or something didn't just happen the way I wanted it to, or I didn't get my PB, or I didn't get the job. So what we're going to do is just kind of go, well, man, through the process of going through that job interview, you've got a decent CV, you've got experience of going to interviews, you feel more confident and belief in yourself, you'll get some feedback on yourself, and then you go and find another job. It just wasn't meant to be. And that's what we've got to be able to do. And when it comes to that process finishing, we've got to be ready to go into a new process. So that's the thing that's really, really important. So the first time I did my 100 miler, I didn't do anything for 9 months after, in 2017. Nothing. I didn't run for 9 months. And I'm looking forward to putting my trainings on. I'm going to keep running. You know, I'm going to keep running. I'm going to say never about the 100 miler. Yeah, it's just, I won't tell anyone. I can't even tell my wife. She'd kill me. But I am going to keep running because I enjoy it, right? But the process now is about becoming unbelievably good at jiu-jitsu, building up my body to be strong in the gym with my son, and having that focus. And then we move on. That chapter's now done. Now it's time for the next chapter. So we keep going, right? And it's never over. It's never over. The process never finishes until you stop breathing. And that's the important thing to understand about the bigger picture. So I think to myself, right, I'm 45 this year. 45. I'm 45 this year. I've got about another 45 years in me. Probably 55 years, in fact. That's what we're aiming for. This is just one of those chapters. It's another battle, so we go into the next. And this is where sometimes I think it goes wrong for people, is they consume themselves so much so in that battle that they forget there's a whole war going on. And maybe that's a strong analogy, but I don't think we need to look at our lives as a war, but we just need to look at it as that journey. This is just one checkpoint. Now we're going to the next checkpoint. And you keep going to the checkpoints until you're done. And you learn and you grow and you become wise and you become stronger. And that's what, in theory, life is all about. You know, I look at all my lads who I work with, and they're all going through that process. They're understanding themselves better. Some will fall by the wayside. Some will continue to be strong. Okay, we've seen it come and go. Anyway, I hope that helps. Just wanted to put those reflections out there. Hopefully I can give you a gold nugget, a little bit of wisdom going into your journey. I think in summary is that process is far stronger than the outcome. Don't ever forget that.